Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers. So today we're cooking Irish fried cabbage with Cumberland sausage. Now as children, both coming from families from Irish backgrounds, Brian's father was born in Ireland and my father was born in Ireland, both in different parts. And I grew up personally with a lot of Irish recipes. Fried cabbage was generally done with bacon, but occasionally was done with sausage or any other meat that happened to be in the fridge. We had a recipe called coddle that my dad would actually make quite often. Basically it all boiled in the one pan, and it was sausages and bacon with lentils and potatoes. And I'm hoping to actually do that for you one day. But as I say, today is fried cabbage with Cumberland sausage, but we're actually putting a twist on it. And as you know, here at Wallflowers we always put our own twist on it. So all the ingredients I'm about to use today have been bought from food initiatives. And if you're not a regular to the channel, I do hauls every week. I don't shop in supermarkets. All my food ingredients are bought in food initiatives at a very, very discounted price. And all the ingredients I'm using today are those goods. So to start off with, I'll pop my glasses on. And an oil I found recently is a Syrian pumpkin seed oil. And I'm running short on any other oils at the moment, so this is the oil I'm going to use.
How much did you pay for that?
I paid 20 pence for this bottle. I'm probably going to use a tablespoon or so. So I'd actually call that about 2 pence. Now, the new cooker, and I'm just getting used to it. So I'm hoping that's lit. And I'm just going to let the oil move around the pan a little. So we've missed doing our cooking videos, and now we've got a fully functioning cooker and the kitchen space to work within. We're glad to be able to start again. So the kitchen is basically finished now, but we still have workers' tools within the kitchen, and another job has taken place in our hallway. But all in good time, we'll show you the whole renovation of the kitchen, the windows being put in, and the next job that we're actually having done at the moment. So I've already pre-sliced the Cumberland sausage. I've used a pack of 6 Cumberland sausages, and I paid 84 pence for those in a food initiative. And I've already tried this oil in a previous recipe. Excuse me. We like the taste of it, so we're quite happy to use it in this recipe.
There wasn't really much taste to it. I didn't taste the pumpkin.
But it wasn't offensive. No. It wasn't, distinguishable. It just tastes nice, and along with the sauce we used, it went quite well, didn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping the sausage releases some oil to actually leave in the pan to actually help us cook the cabbage through. And we call it frying the cabbage because it's in a frying pan and it's with oil. Other people sometimes call it braising the cabbage. It's basically the same process, I believe. We tend to call braised cabbage when we're using a red cabbage. We tend to refer to that as braised. But when we're frying green cabbage, we call it frying. That seems to be the only difference to me. What do you think?
Yeah.
We refer to the red cabbage as braised cabbage.
Yeah.
These Cumberland sausages are really tasty. I tend to think it's a bit of a waste of the Cumberland sausage if we use it for breakfast. Like to use it for an evening meal. It doesn't always work if someone else cooks breakfast, either Mr. Wallflowers or Oscar. Just trying to make sure all the sausages are sealed, both sides. Let me know in the comments if fried cabbage or braised cabbage is something that you do in your household, or a memory from your childhood. I've already taken the time out to chop the cabbage. Those that saw our last shopping haul will see that the cabbage we got this time was quite a large one. So I'm actually only using a third of the cabbage, and I have the rest of the cabbage in a pan behind me, which is quite a lot of cabbage, and I'm literally going to half cook that and freeze it so we have it for future use. And I can just pull it out the freezer if and when needed. So it doesn't rot away lost in the fridge. Cabbage is really good for you as well. It's high in vitamin C and vitamin K. And the good thing is, if you suffer from high cholesterol, which I do, you can actually combat that to an extent by eating cabbage, because the vitamin C and the vitamin K in cabbage competes for the cholesterol in your blood and can actually lower your cholesterol. So eating cabbage is really good for that.
We love cabbage. And
Sorry?
we love cabbage.
Yeah, yeah.
Even eating it raw in a salad.
Yeah, grated cabbage raw in a salad is beautiful. And the stir fry we had yesterday, it was more of a Savoy cabbage we had in the stir fry yesterday, but it was beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm happy that those sausages are sealed. Let's just get that last one piece. And now I'm actually going to take them and pop that on a plate.
Here comes trouble.
Are you saying hello, Oscar? Hello, everyone.
His tea's cooking in the oven, so that's what he's writing.
Access to the oven.
He doesn't really eat cabbage.
Bring myself away from the heat of that ring.
Oh, on the new surface.
I can't really shout at myself. So basically we've still got the Syrian pumpkin oil in there,
I was
a
going to eat
little
that, but it's
bit
too hot.
of the fat, and I'm now going to put the onions in. So these onions I actually canned just over 2 years ago. I didn't pressure can them, I water bathed them. This is actually an old beetroot jar, and I water bath the onions, so I'm just using about a third of that jar. Sorry, did I not show you properly? Of the onions I canned just over 2 years ago. I'm just going to use them today.
Smelled lovely. The jar was still sealed. It popped when we opened it. Smelled lovely.
I'm just going to pop the cabbage straight in. Don't leave any in the bowl, Marianne.
Mm.
Keep turning that. Now, what I am going to do, my mum never did, she never really did add liquid. She steamed it through with the oil that was released from the bacon or the meat that she used. But I'm actually adding a garlic and thyme stock pot, into which, I just don't want that burning on the bottom, into which I have, this cost me 20p in the Food Initiative, and it's Korean barbecue sauce, and we really like the flavour of this, so I'm going to add that into the stock pot because it's slightly thick, and I just like the liquid to release. So along with the garlic and thyme, I'm quite happy to mix the barbecue sauce. As you know, my famous saying, waste not, want not, so put some in and give it a shake and make sure I release everything from the bottom. I'm going to add that in. And the smell from that already is wonderful. There wasn't a lot of oil released from the sausages, and I just don't want it burning on the bottom. As I say, we always put a twist on our recipes. Mum would probably question what I was doing, Dad would probably question what I was doing, but we like the result, so we're happy. Added to that, I'm actually going to add a teaspoon and a half of brown sugar. I might just put 2 teaspoons in actually. A bit of black pepper. And again, with the salt. I don't want to go overboard with the salt at this stage because we do have the barbecue sauce in. So as it cooks through a little bit more, I'll give it a taste test and see if we need any more salt. We've really been missing home-cooked food, haven't we?
Yeah.
And it's made us reminiscent of meals and food ideas that we have been missing with not having the cooker due to the kitchen renovation. We've actually had to eat out quite a lot. And takeaways, pizzas, Chinese, fish and chips. Just pies and pasties from the shops, Subways, and yes, it's cost a lot of money. If Mr. Wallflowers didn't actually get his insurance money, we wouldn't have been able to have all the luxuries we've had. It's been such a blessing. We managed to get a holiday, we've managed to get the home improvements, we've managed to have all the money for takeaways whilst the home improvements have been taking place.
Bought a van, camper van.
We bought the camper van. You know, there's so many different things that money enabled us to improve our lifestyle. we hadn't had a holiday since 2007 as a family, or been abroad in that time. To be able to do it and take all of us was such a blessing. And it has enhanced our life, you know. Getting the windows. We're sitting here of an evening now, and although the temperatures are dropping, other friends are telling me they've got the heating on, they're doing different things. I'm actually taking my sweatshirt off and sitting there in a t-shirt because there's no drafts. There's absolutely no drafts. And with us living in a brick house, it's actually very warm. And all the gaps are filled now, and it's lovely, isn't it? It's a lovely temperature. So, yeah. The job we're having done right at the moment, I don't know if you can quickly show the hole in the wall under the stairs. So we're actually in the process of having more storage put into the house, because when we first moved here, I say it's 20 years now, we've had to bring cupboards in or extra wardrobe space, tall boys, etc. And we've ended up taking a lot of space up because we've added a piece of furniture to enable us to have storage. And to open that under the stairs section gives us storage without filling any further space within the house. We're looking at now what items can we remove to actually give us a bit more floor space to make it comfortable for ourselves.
I mean, we did have that cupboard, but it just got filled up with junk, didn't it?
Yeah. We didn't have access to the cupboard. You know, you didn't had the initial access to the door, but then I can't bend over in case I fall if I'm on my own. And if I fell, I'd be stuck there till someone came home from, till you came home from work, or it just wasn't viable. Now to have drawers that pull out, I'll be able to have access to that drawer, use it properly. Proper built-in storage.
And we've got a built-in pantry now as well.
Yeah, it's not really organised yet, but I'll show you the first stages of it. So this is now the kitchen pantry. We've got a lot of work to do to juggle it about and make it the way we want it. But at the moment we've just shoved items in to get on with it, haven't we? But I'm really happy. I can stand in, get what I want and come out. It's just getting it at the right shelves to make it comfortable for us in our old age.
You haven't shut the door?
It shuts after the soft touch. So it'll go so far and then it'll close itself. All mod cons now, we're just not used to it, are we? After having forced frugality upon ourselves for such a long time, to basically have what some people will call basic standards, and then now onto the next newfangled things. But to us, this is all mod cons now, and it's absolutely bizarre, isn't it? It's lovely.
The only thing that we are missing is the grill.
Yeah.
From the old cooker.
The old grill that used to be here.
So we've had to buy a toaster.
What did they call the grill in America?
Broiler.
The broiler. We really miss the broiler, yeah. And there is a built-in one to the oven.
It's
not just good. Not the same. So we treated ourselves, didn't we? Just show it. We treated ourselves and bought this mini toaster off Temu. The good thing about it is it has this top where we can actually put croissants or cheese on toast, and we can actually do it in this mini toaster. I call it mini because years ago we had a toaster and it was a 4-slice, wasn't it? So a 2-slice, it looks really small to us, doesn't it? Now I would like to put a top on this walk away and let it steam through, but unfortunately because of having the kitchen done, there's still a lot of stuff packed away that we haven't unpacked, and we don't know where the lid is. So we just haven't got access to it. So that's probably going to take another at least 5-10 minutes. So we'll come back to you once that's softened up, I'll add the sausages in and bring it up to a meal. Now this normally can be used as a side dish with fried chicken, with rice, with a number of things, whatever you like. Or you can just eat it as a main meal. Now we'll wash those bowls through. Mr. Wallflowers and I will eat this just as it is with the sausages in as a main meal this evening, and we'll thoroughly enjoy it. But the good thing is I've also got a slice of cake for dessert. Okay, I'll come back when this is cooked through. So here we are back after 20 minutes. I've just basically left it to simmer away. Now, had I had the top to put on this, a pan lid to put on top of this, it would have took a lot less and probably would have absorbed a lot more of the liquid. So when you normally do fried cabbage, you don't have a liquid like this, but as you know, we've done it with a twist. We've added a barbecue sauce and a stock pot, garlic and herb. But I'm quite happy with that as being cooked.
I've had a little taste and it's lovely.
Yeah. Do you want another little taste?
Very hot.
It is. Just give it a little. Let me hold the camera. You take the spoon. Let me see here. I don't know about you, but if I see someone cooking something, I always want to see them taste it.
Absolutely.
Very good.
Can't wait to tuck in.
Okay. So, my ladle is here.
Lovely that barbecue sauce.
Yeah, the Korean barbecue sauce, delicious. Trying not to spill it everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Another stir fry. We had stir fry last night.
It was delicious, wasn't it? I had mine with chicken. Mr. Wallflowers had his with salmon ends, but yeah, it was gorgeous. So there's another portion then. It will get eaten pretty soon and probably get eaten for lunch tomorrow. But you can actually make this in advance, and you can actually leave it for up to 5 days in the fridge and it'll be perfectly fine to eat. So yeah, Mr. Wallflowers can have his spoon back. We'll have that with a bit of crusty bread and we'll completely enjoy it. Let me know what your thoughts are, and as I say, if you've had this before, whether you cook it now on a regular basis or you've had it in your childhood.
And what was the total cost of it?
Just bear with me and I'll grab a piece of paper. So basically, because I used just under a third of the cabbage cost me 20 pence. I've used a third, so I've called it 7 pence. I've put 2 pence for the onion, because when I did those water bathed onions, I actually bought a vast amount and it cost me next to nothing. The oil, I've just used a tablespoon of a bottle that cost me 20 pence, so I've called it 2 pence. The sausages were the most expensive thing. They cost me 84 pence for the Cumberland sausages. The Korean barbecue cost me 20 pence and I used half a bottle, so I've called it 10 pence. I've called it 1 pence for salt because I buy it in bulk, 1 pence for pepper and 2 pence for sugar. And it worked out at 8 pence for the one garlic stock pot I used. So that came to a total of £1.07. So divide that by 2, it's 53.5 pence per meal. But we actually got a third one out of it, so it's less than that again. So what would it? It'd be 33 and a third of 7, call that 2 pence, call it 3. So you're talking 36 pence per meal. So not bad at all. Very healthy, and it'll be quite filling. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please take care. Remember you're loved, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.